Level 1. You wake up and remember something no one else can hold. Not one secret, every secret. A child's first lie, an empire's buried ledger, a lover's stolen promise. The taste of every forbidden truth sings behind your eyes. You do not search for it. It surfaces, images, numbers, names, confessions. They arrive like passengers at a station. You try to close the doors. They push like tide against a cliff. Your heartbeat learns a new rhythm. A file cabinet in your skull snaps open. You are both witness and vault. You test it. You call to mind the smallest, most hidden things. They are there. The whisper that started a war. The recipe that ruined a dynasty. You hold it all. And with holding comes a question. What do you do with what you know? The camera is inside your head. It watches. It waits. Silence answers with weight. You are not invisible to the consequences. Level 2, first reality check. Secrets have shape. Some are soft and warm. A grandfather humming a lullaby he never told anyone. Some cut like glass. You know the debts that hid under smiles. Some burn, names tied to bodies lost to sea. You begin to map them. You categorize. Personal, political, violent, tender. Each file hooks into other files, like veins. The pattern grows. You can follow it across continents. A scandal in a small bank leads to a chain of shell companies. A whispered confession ends in exile. You feel the tremor of consequences before they happen. You play a secret in your mind. It alters reality. Not yet outside. In your head first. You imagine releasing one small truth. You watch the mental simulation. Lines split. A lover learns. A CEO loses a title. A city protests. You see the domino. You also see what holds the dominoes still. You learn restraint is not weakness, it's a lever. Level 3 newsrooms notice patterns. You do not mean to be noticed, but coincidences have angles. A whistleblower appears with details no one could verify, then the details match your memories. Power smells the leak. It sends scouts, not just governments, corporations with private armies, secret services with polite smiles. A man offers you a briefcase. A woman offers you silence for a price. Friends call at odd hours. A stranger leaves flowers at your door. You learn the language of intent. Threats dress as favors. Promises carry chains. You sleep with an extra alertness. You discover paranoia is not always irrational, and mercy is expensive. You are a node in a network you never installed. They want custody. They want to own the ledger. You are tempted. Imagine paying off a family debt with a single revelation. Imagine erasing a crime with a truth. But imagine the scale. You could fix one injustice and fuel 10 more. Every secret is currency. Currency corrupts. Level 4. Your mind is no longer only yours. It is a battlefield. You try to archive compassion. You try to quarantine trauma. But memories talk to each other in the dark. One grief unlocks 10 more. You replay confessions until your ears bleed. Faces become actors in the same nightmare. You begin to forget how to be ordinary. Small talk feels like treason. Jokes are landmines. You catch yourself watching people's hands as though you can read their past by the way they lift a cup. Sleep fractures into fragments of other people's evenings. You wake speaking names that do not belong to you. You start to doubt your own secrets. What did you forget you once promised yourself? Identity bends. You are yourself and everyone else. It is dizzying. You seek sanctuary in rituals, a walk, a song, a single steady ritual to anchor you. But the book of humanity keeps thudding on the table of your mind. You must learn to live with the noise, or to silence it. Level 5 control is a discipline. You invent methods. You build mental vaults. A compartment for state secrets, a drawer for errors, a shelf for kindness. You create passwords made of scent and small motions. A two-step verification of memory. You teach yourself to bury things under sensory code. A lavender scent becomes the lock for a painful file. A melody is the key for a life-saving detail. It works sometimes, but human minds are messy. Emotions erode locks. Fear is acid on your passwords. You also learn the ethics of editing. Who are you to amputate a memory? What right do you have to bury a truth a world needs? You start a ledger of your own. For each secret you tuck away, you write the cost of keeping it silent. For each truth you release, you note the ripples. You try to be a steward, not owner. That distinction keeps you human, mostly. Level 6. There comes the test. A leak could topple a tyrant. A leak could topple a charity that does real good. You stand at the edge of a decision with everyone on the other side. Someone you love whispers, if you told them, they'd be safe. Someone else whispers, if you told them, they'd be ruined. You imagine the moment of release. It is cinematic in your head, alarms, screens flashing, people on the streets. You imagine nobody noticing. A truth buried in a river of other truths. You weigh the scales. The ledger in your head is not neutral. It has moral gravity. You bring out a single secret. You set it on the counter of the world. It is a tiny stone. You watch the waves. They are unpredictable. Some are relief, some are fire. You cannot control everything, but you can control one thing: intention. You choose the reason you speak. You choose the face you will protect. You accept that harm can follow the best intentions. Level 7, after the release, the quiet is different. You are not absolved. You are altered. Some people forgive. Some people never trust you again. Some institutions crumble. Some injustices heal. You sit with the ledger now open on your lap. You have become an axis. It is lonely. Power isolates. So does responsibility. You learn the rare piece of stewardship. You continue to catalogue. You continue to build locks and keys. You teach others to hold truth with care. You begin to train minds like yours. Not to own secrets, but to carry them with rules. You write the first rule: do no unnecessary harm. You write the second rule: prioritize restoration. You write the third rule: remember you are fallible. You are the library and the librarian. You are the storm and the shelter. In the end, you realize every secret is also a choice. What you keep, what you tell, what you bury, what you burn. You close the book for now, but you do not lock it forever. You breathe, and you listen. Because every secret waits.